This is a safe and easy how-to to clean your engine bay. Yes, it's safe and yes, it's easy. Follow these steps and you won't go far wrong. What we're looking for when we're assessing the engine bay, one is obviously how dirty it is, and if there are any sort of leaves, twigs, whatever it is, just handball them, throw them to one side, put them in the bin. A little bit of common sense goes a long way. So any exposed electrical components, do not be point blank range pressure washing those areas. Another point that I didn't mention before is your battery terminals. Ideally we want them covered. If they're not, it's not a major kick in the but make sure they are covered. Fuse box, make sure that's covered as well, i.e. any exposed electrical components, including your air filter, your alternator, make sure they're covered. We are good for this engine bay. So we've done our inspection, we're good to go. Don't also neglect the underside of the bonnet. If you're American, the hood, because again, all that dirt is potentially going to fall onto the engine bay, so we want to clean that area as well. So I've got my all-purpose cleaner in my IK pump sprayer. All I'm going to do is layer it underneath the bonnet. Good coverage. If you haven't got an IK pump sprayer like this, just use a trigger sprayer. The reason why I'm doing this just makes it a lot quicker for me. So your newer engines, like we've got here, or even probably up to your early 90s vehicles, you're safe to do it this way. If you have got a classic car, do not do it this way. We want to do steam cleaning, and we'll do a video on that later on to touch on that, but that's more of a much older vehicle. But most modern engines, you're good to go. As long as those points I mentioned before are covered and not exposed, you're fine to do it exactly like this. So I've let that sit for a couple of minutes. Next step is the snow foam. I'm going to lay it over our all-purpose cleaner, just give it a little bit more bite. Now, I know some of you now are going to lose your minds seeing me doing this, but honestly, it's safe to do, all right? Away we go. So now I've got all my various wash mitts, brushes that I'm going to use in order to really go at this engine bay and contact wash all the areas. Then we're going to rinse away and we're left with a beautiful, perfectly clean engine bay. There'll be a link below this video directly to our website. All you have to do is book now and fill in your details. Let us know what service you would like for your car, bike, van, caravan, whatever it may be, Nan's cat, and someone will get back to you. First, I like to use my EZ barrel brush because they're very stiff, short bristles, which are really good when we're doing a contact underneath the engine hood, bonnet. Also, if there are areas in the engine bay you also want to get in there, that gives you good access. You can also, I like to use that as well. Perfect example, in between all the hoses. As long as we get a good contact on those areas, we're all right. We're not going crazy, I'm not going crazy, just getting in there, because that's what we want to do. We want to contact, remove all that muck, so then when we rinse away, just get on. After that, I like to go in with my little wheel mitt because it allows me to sort of, how can I put this politely, finger in and feel those areas that I'm not going to be able to feel, and to be fair, that I don't really want to be touching with those nylon brushes. This is a lot softer, it's a lot easier to use, and it allows me to gain more access and get into all those little crooks and crevices that I would obviously miss if I was to use my barrel brush. I like to go over with a detailed brush just to get into all those finer little areas that I probably would have missed with me little sort of wheel mitt. And finally, to finish off, I've got my barrel brush, which is perfect for getting into, again, those areas which you can't get with anything else that I've used. As going around all the hoses, taking my time, going around the engine bay like so. Really important bit now, guys, we're wanting to mist the engine bay. So think of it as it's raining, and all we're doing, we're allowing the product to just make its way to the bottom of the car like so. Do not go crazy. See, I'm just misting the engine bay, nice and easy, not putting any crazy direct pressure on any electrical components. All I'm doing, after the chemical has done its work, we contacted it, and now all we're doing is very gently rinsing away. Now again, this is a quick and easy way to clean and dress your engine bay. So we're going to go in with a gloss enhancing rinse aid to cover the whole entire engine, and then let that sit, rinse, and then we're left with a super shiny, dressed, clean engine bay. Another point that I failed to mention, okay, that's why you watch these videos all the way through, especially how-to videos, is make sure your engine is not boiling hot, okay? So you haven't just pulled up on the side to clean your engine bay. Let it cool down for a few hours, or let it cool down overnight so you work on a colder engine bay. It's just better to do it that way. Now, when it comes to drying your engine bay, leave it for a few minutes, let it drip dry, let all that water and gravity do its job and go down into all those areas. Then you're going to go in with your drying aids. So your drying towels, or maybe your air blower, or I don't know what you've got at home. What would they have at home, Tom? Leaf blower. Leaf, yeah, maybe leaf blower. But again, a bit of common sense, guys. A little bit goes a long way. So don't be going directly trying to inject water into any component parts. That's why it's vital that we leave it a bit of time so the majority of the water just does its thing, gets out of the way, and then we dry it nicely. And if you want to dress it afterwards, fine, but you don't need to. If you enjoyed the video, like, subscribe, comment. I do read them all. I do reply to every single comment, even the hateful ones, which I know there'll be a lot on this video. But if you do want, again, more in-depth videos, more how-tos, let me know in the comment section. Thanks for watching. See you in the next video.